Greetings, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little while since we did a partnership with Evazone to try to get you all some money. And this was going to happen a couple weeks ago, but we delayed it because my man, the bullfighter, who I cannot say this enough, this company, these people have been as they promised, as advertised. It's so rare. I say no to almost 100% of sponsorship opportunities because either they're things I don't believe in or would ever use, or they just seem kind of shady and want to treat your channel not as a human being, but just as a way for them to try to use to make more money. And I guess that's part of the nature of the business, but it sucks. However, Evazone, as I put their name up next to me, has been anything but. And when they reached out to me this summer, first they worked with KT1 and they had a really good experience with his channel. And they said, Prof, we know how many people submit to you to react to their openings and have different ideas for everything from buffs to champions, which we'll talk about today, or even just, advice on rank ups. And so they said you use Dropbox and Google Drive often gets filled up, which is absolutely true. And Dropbox is limited to only 2 gigs before they charge you, which is also true. We are limited to 5 times that, 10 gigs. And on top of that, we can help people basically reach you in one place instead of having to go through like 4 different places. And so I said, let's try it. Let's see if it works. And it's worked really, really well. But on top of that, it's just been really nice that they've been willing financially to sponsor some giveaways. And if you win one of these giveaways, there's like no strings attached, right? It doesn't cost you anything to submit something through Evazone. It's free. And once you get the PayPal money, because the only thing you have to have is a PayPal account, you can use it on anything. Like, yeah, we assume that you probably want to use it on the game, but you could use it on grocery money, gas money, rent money. Heck, you can take somebody out for a date. You can buy your mom flowers. Whatever you want to do, it's just cash for you to use. And if you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I don't have a PayPal account, well, somebody that's a family member or a friend, I'm sure, has a PayPal account. There have been ways around it too. So, that shouldn't be, as long as you can get a little creative, a reason to not submit. So, there are 2 categories of buffs that we have seen since I've been on YouTube for almost 5 years for MCOC videos. The first is, I want to take a champion that exists and I want to make them God tier. So we've seen a lot of buffs that when you scroll down to the bottom of my champions, revolve around quite a few of these people. Everybody from originally a Karnak buff, to a Venom Pool buff, to a Rocket Raccoon buff, to a Heimdall buff. We've seen several Hood buff concepts for better or for worse, and even Beast concepts. So we're going to have 2 $50 winners, which will be voted on during the live streams by my community. And those 2 winners will, out of how many submissions we get, and I'll read out the buff concepts and we'll vote on them. They'll each get a $50 PayPal donation, whatever you want to call it, a prize, $50 prize. And then there'll be 2 other winners for a buff concept, which is really just a champion concept, for champions that haven't yet entered the game. So 2 out of the 4 winners will be buffs for existing champions, and then 2 out of 4 of the buff winners will be for champions that have yet to enter the contest, but maybe you'd like to see them. That way it gives kind of a variety of feedback. Now, you have to submit this through Evazone, which means you have to have an Evazone account, and you have to contact both the bullfighter and I'll have our information in the description box below. And I think I'm only going to keep this open for a few days, because by the end of the week, we're going to vote. And I'm excited. It's $200 total for 4 total $50 prizes, so 4 winners. And a lot of you have already written up buffs that you haven't submitted, or maybe you need to resubmit. And so, who knows? Some of you watching this may have already done the work. You just got to sign up for Evazone, or if you already have Evazone account, even better, just submit them through, and then we're going to keep a list and just spend a stream to go through them. We're going to dedicate an entire broadcast to that. And trust me when I say that this is real money and you don't have to give any kind of information over. So it's really just a company that wants submissions to go through when they can, the software for photos and videos like a Dropbox or Google Drive, and also a company that's really passionate about the game because the Bullfighter plays this game. He spent a lot of time and money and effort chasing down 6-star Scorpion lately, and congrats, my friend, you got married in the past couple weeks as well. So get your buff ideas to me for cash, and we'll be doing 2 winners for existing champions of the game and 2 winners for champions you'd like to see in the game. I want to limit this to 2 submissions per person. Now, you can submit 1 for a champion already in the game and 1 for a champion you'd like to see in the game, or 2 of, one or the other, or you can just submit 1. But we're going to have a max of 2 submissions to keep it fair, because when KT1 and I were working together on our last competition, some people really tried to mess with the rules to win more, and so you can only win once. So that's 2 submissions max. You can win once. I look forward to seeing how many submissions we get and determining the winners. You just have to submit it through Evazone and to both our emails, and the emails will be in the description box. Good luck to everybody with your buffs. I can't wait to read these, vote on these, and most importantly, give away some cash to some awesome summoners. Thank you, Evazone. You're the best.